So let me get this straight. We have Jon Jones, the reigning UFC heavyweight champion, widely regarded as the greatest of all time. He gets injured, so the UFC crowns an interim heavyweight champion, Tom Aspinall, who's finishing opponents faster than anyone has before. Now that Jon is coming back, instead of the champion facing the interim champion in the fight everyone wants, he's set to fight Stipe Miocic, who is literally 42 years old. Why is this happening? Why are we being sold a fight that no one really asked for, instead of the real test for Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall? Let's break it down.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Jon Jones made his long-awaited return to the UFC after 3 years. Facing Cyril Gane for the vacant heavyweight title, Jones wasted no time, locking in a first-round guillotine to become the UFC heavyweight champion. In just over 2 minutes, he claimed the belt and left the division wondering who could possibly stand a chance against him. Jones was set to defend his title against Stipe Miocic at UFC 295. However, just weeks before the fight, Jones was forced to pull out due to a torn pectoral muscle he sustained during training. The injury was expected to sideline Jones for at least 9 to 12 months, throwing the heavyweight division into disarray. To keep the division active, the UFC quickly set up an interim heavyweight title fight between Tom Aspinall and Sergey Pavlovich. On November 11, 2023, at UFC 295, Aspinall showcased his dominance by knocking out Pavlovich in the first round, securing the interim title and further establishing himself as a top contender. So here's where we stand. You have Jon Jones, the actual heavyweight champion, recovering from injury and looking to return soon. On the other side, you have Tom Aspinall, the interim champion, who's been dominating the heavyweight division, defeating all challengers. Essentially, you've got 2 champions in one division, and the logical fight would be champion versus champion, Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall, to determine who the real champion is, right? But instead, Jones is scheduled to fight Stipe Miocic, who is now 42 years old, at UFC 309 in November. And here's what Tom Aspinall had to say about the situation on his official YouTube channel. I, of course, will be there to watch these 2 gentlemen go at it. I, of course, have told the UFC if anybody gets injured or there's any other reason why nobody can make it to that fight, why one of them might pull out, I'm ready to go. Aspinall continued, if I need to, I'll fight both of them in the same night, no problem. Give me my undisputed title because, in my opinion, it should not be 2 champions in one weight division. I think that is silly. This is not what UFC is about. This is not what MMA is about. There's one guy each weight division, and I believe it's me. So I'll be fighting the winner, of course. However, Tom Aspinall's dreams of fighting Jon Jones may be short-lived, as Jones has already hinted at plans to retire after UFC 309. In an interview with Clocked and Loaded, Jones said, it's going to be the last time. It's going to be the last time, more than likely. With Jon Jones hinting at retirement, the chances of seeing him fight Tom Aspinall are looking slim. So why is Jones fighting Stipe Miocic instead of the much-anticipated champion versus champion matchup? Dana White explained that Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic had to happen because the fight was already scheduled. And since this is likely Stipe's last fight, not giving him the opportunity to face Jon Jones would be, in Dana's words, shitting on him.
Well, I like Jon Jones, right? But I think the last thing is, too, who he is fighting, right? Coming up. So everybody in this room thinks Aspinall is more highly rated than Stipe at this point. Stipe's reputation is fantastic, but he has not won a fight since he beat DC in 4 years. So that also plays into it. Partially a factor when you have a guy like Aspinall knocking Sergey Pavlovich out in a minute, Curtis Blades in less than a minute, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
that's just me.
No, I don't disagree with you. But here's the flip side to that. So what do? A guy who's looked at as the greatest heavyweight in the UFC, right? This fight set up. Jon Jones gets hurt. Not his fault. He has to wait and go back into fucking training camp again. He was training. So do I just yank it away from Stipe and say, hey, go fuck yourself and sit on the sidelines for 2 more years? Or you know what I mean? If I did that, you guys would be like, oh, you fucking disrespected the greatest heavyweight ever. And you know what I mean? So would the fucking fans. So I should just shit on Stipe because Jon got hurt and not make the fight that he was already supposed to fight. This is the fight that they both want. What do you do? You don't show the guys the respect, and I guarantee you this: if Stipe wins, Stipe's going to retire. You know what I mean? This will be Stipe's last fight. So are you, the media, telling me I should just tell Stipe to fuck off and good luck to you, Stipe. Right off into sunset. Go fight some fires and That's a wrap for you, buddy, because Jon got hurt? Or do I show this guy the respect that I should show him and give them both the fight that they want?
But Dana also hinted at the possibility that if Jon Jones defeats Stipe Miocic, a fight against Tom Aspinall could still happen.
Give Aspinall's a young, badass dude. He's got plenty of time. These guys are going to fight in November, and he will fight Jon Jones if he wins. I almost guarantee you that.
Now here's the big question. Do you think Dana White is really concerned about showing respect to Stipe, or is there a bigger storyline where he's trying to protect Jon Jones from facing a dangerous, younger champion like Aspinall? And what about Jon Jones' retirement talk? Do you believe he'll really walk away after the Miocic fight, or will his ego pull him back when people start calling Tom Aspinall the greatest of all time? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more UFC content.